What if I told you that the most powerful man in the world didn't chase power, wealth, or fame, but instead conquered something far greater, his own mind? Marcus Aurelius wasn't born a warrior or a philosopher. He was a boy raised in a palace, groomed to inherit an empire. He could have easily drowned in luxury, becoming another pampered ruler lost to history. But fate had other plans. His reign wasn't a golden age of peace and prosperity, it was a relentless storm. He faced betrayal from those closest to him, a brutal war on Rome's borders, and a devastating plague that wiped out nearly 5 million of his people. The world crumbled around him, yet Marcus never broke. Why? Because he understood a truth that most of us ignore. The only thing you truly own is your mind, and if you master that, no disaster, no enemy, no tragedy can touch you. While his generals fought on the battlefield, Marcus fought a different war within himself. He wrote his thoughts in a private journal, never intending for anyone to read it. Today, we know it as Meditations, a book not of royal commands, but of raw, unfiltered reminders to himself on how to stay strong. He reminded himself, and now us, that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. He couldn't stop the plague from spreading, nor the betrayal from stinging, but he could control his reaction. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. How many of us waste energy fighting things we can't change? The traffic jam that ruins our morning, the rude comment that lingers in our mind, the failure that makes us question our worth. Marcus would tell you to let it go, to focus only on what you can control, because that's where true power lies. But he didn't stop there. Marcus believed that obstacles weren't just meant to be endured, they were meant to be used. When his armies were trapped by enemy forces, rather than retreat, he reorganized and adapted, turning his disadvantage into a strategy that won the war. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Imagine if you looked at your own life that way. The job rejection, a chance to improve your skills. The heartbreak, an opportunity to rebuild yourself stronger than before. The failure, not the end, but the beginning of something greater. Marcus treated hardship like fire treats wood. It wasn't something to avoid. It was fuel. And perhaps his most powerful lesson, the one that shaped everything he did, was rooted in a simple, brutal truth, memento mori. Remember, you are mortal. You could leave life right now. Every day, Marcus woke up knowing it could be his last. But instead of fearing it, he let that truth set him free. He didn't waste time on petty arguments or empty pursuits. He ruled an empire, loved his family, endured his enemies, and he did it all with urgency. Because tomorrow wasn't promised. Most of us live like we have forever.